Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you all, my dear sisters? I hope you are all doing well. Well, today, inshallah, we are going to continue our journey with Tajweed with the characteristics without opposites. Alhamdulillah, we did finish the characteristics with opposites, which are foreign numbers, and we did say that each Arabic letter must have one of each. Let's share the screen with you right away and start. Well, my dear sisters, regarding the characteristics without opposites, they are 8 in numbers. They are 8 in numbers, and they are characteristics of some Arabic letters, not for all Arabic letters. They are characteristics of some Arabic letters, not for all. They are الصفير, whistling, القلقلة, قلقلة, اللين, softness, الانحراف, drifting, التكرير, repetition, التفشي, spreading, الاستطالة, lengthening, الغنة, and nasalization. Those are the 8 characteristics without opposites. They are characteristics of some Arabic letters, not all. For example, whistling, it's only for sin, صاد, زاي, قلقلة, بجد, softness, واو ساكنة, ياء ساكنة, preceded by فتحة, etc. Fine? Fine. Let's go right away to القلقلة, which we are going to start by, because it will take some time and it's easy, inshallah, but kindly concentrate, my dear sisters, with me. Okay. I want you to be back with me. Qalqalah. What is the meaning of qalqalah? Qalqalah, linguistically, it's a disturbed movement. Disturbed movement. The Arab says that the pot disturbed on the fire, or that the pot was shocking or shock on the fire, which means it vibrated and it was not stable. It vibrates and was disturbed. I repeat, qalqala, linguistically, it means a disturbed movement. Disturbed movement. The Arab says the pot shocked on the fire. It means that it vibrated and was not stable, was disturbed. This happened, my dear sister, when you put a pot on a fire on a desert, not on the cooker. The cooker, it will be stable always. If you, let me share this video with you so you can follow what I mean. When you put a pot on a fire on a desert, when you are in a desert or you're camping or safari or whatever, this is the shape. The pot will be over 3 stones and the wood in the middle, you will make the fire. When the liquid inside, the water, whatever, begin to boil, the pot will begin to move a little, not to move, walk, but it's going to be like vibrating and it will be disturbed. This is what's called in Arabic, sorry, this is what's called in Arabic qalqala, okay? Let's watch this video so you can understand more what I want to say. You say how it's vibrated, how it's disturbed. This is the qalqala. This is the meaning of qalqala in Arabic, okay? So let's read this from the book of Dr. Ayman Swaid. May Allah bless him. Qalqala. Linguistically, it is a disturbed movement. Arabs say the pot shock on the fire, which means it is vibrated and was disturbed. Fine? Fine. I need to share it with you so you can see the book. Yes. So we'll repeat this again. Qalqala, linguistically, it's a disturbed movement. Arabs say the pot shook on the fire, which means it vibrated and was disturbed, as we did watch on the video. Okay? Okay. Now come back to me. That's why the scholars, may Allah bless them, they choose this word, qalqala, to explain what's happening to the word, to the letters of words qutbajat, to the qaf, ta, ba, jim, and dal. As always we say, Quran, when it was revealed upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was revealed by the language of the Arabic language, the pure Arabic language. It was not revealed by special language, and Jibril gave Prophet Muhammad the book of Tajweed and the book of Nahwu and the book of Sarf, the book of grammar, of the Arabic grammar. No, it was by the pure Arabic tongue. That's why it was easy for them to recite the Quran. What happened that since 100 or 150 after Hijrah, and when there was no more pure Arabic, and even before this time, started from 60 after Hijrah, the people, especially the non-Arabs, began to recite the Quran wrongly, not totally in a correct way. So the scholars began to describe the Arabic voice, the Arabic sound of the letters. So they invaded the tajweed, which we study now. They describe the makhraj, or the articulation point of each letter, the characteristics of each letter, from where this is pronounced or emitted, and how this is the characteristics. They describe everything. Okay? So they choose this word qalqala to describe what's happening to the word, to the letters of words qutbajat. Why? Because, my dear sister, those letters, when we pronounce them, those letters must be emitted, qutbajat, when they are sakin. When they are sakin, they will be emitted by parting the two components of the articulating parts. I will repeat. Those letters, when they are sakin, they are going to be emitted by parting the two components of the articulating parts. And pay attention kindly, without any hint of any haraka, without any hint of any haraka, without any hint of fatha or dhamma or kasra. This is clear. I hope it's clear. I will repeat. The letters of words qutbajat, the qaf, ta, ba, and dal, qaf, ta, ba, and dal, jim, and dal, qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal, 5. They are emitted when they are sakin by parting the two components of the articulating parts, without any hint of any haraka, without any hint of fatha or dhamma or kasra. In other words, you are going to part between the two components of the articulating part without opening your mouth vertically. This is equal to fatha. Without circling your lips forward. This is equal dhamma. Without lowering your lower jaw. And this is equal kasra. Clear? Okay. When we say, my dear sister, that the letters of qalqala, qutbajat, when we pronounce them, they are pronounced or emitted by parting the two the two components of the articulation parts. In this point, it's similar to the letter with any haraka, the letter with any short vowel. In this part, when we say the muqalqal letter is emitted by parting the two components of the articulating parts, in this part, it's similar to the articulation of any letter with any haraka. any letter with a fatha or a dhamma or a kasra. Because those letters with any short vowel are emitted by parting between the two components of the articulation organs or articulating part. And when we say it's not accompanied by any hint from any haraka, it's not accompanied by fatha or dhamma or kasra, in this part, it's similar to the second letter. It's similar to second letter. Let's put the second to the right. Similar to the second letter, to a letter with sukoon. Because when we pronounce any letter with sukoon, it's not accompanied by any haraka, any short vowel. No fatha, no dhamma, no kasra. So qalqala, my dear sisters, it's a case between second letter and letter with any haraka or with any short vowel. That's why they choose this word, qalqala. It's a case in between, like the pot on the fire. It's having qalqala. Why? Because it's neither sakin, it's neither pause, it's neither stable, nor it's moving. It's some place in between. That's why they choose this word. So qalqala, the letter of qalqala, it's a case between second letter and a letter with any haraka. Similar to a letter with any haraka in a point, similar to the letters of with sukoon in point. Similar to the letters of any haraka, they agree in what? That both muqalqal letter and the letter with any short vowel, they are emitted by, pay attention kindly, parting the two components of the articulating parts. Similar, muqalqal letter or the letter with qalqala is similar to the second letters in the point that both, when we pronounce them, they are not accompanied by any hint of any haraka, of any short vowel. They are not accompanied by fatha or dhamma or kasra, not accompanied by opening the mouth or circling the lips forward or lowering the lower jaw. Fine? Okay? There is a point I would like to clarify, my dear sister, that, and by the way, all those are words from Dr. Ayman Swaid, from his book and from the episodes where he explained this book. Dr. Ayman Swaid said that qalqala is something which we don't have nowadays in our Arabic tongue, all over the Arabic countries. We don't apply it, we don't use it. Very rarely, if you find somebody in the desert, tribe in the desert far away from cities, maybe you'll find one or two maximum. But qalqala is not said, not used. That's why the Arabs, we learn how to apply qalqala like non-Arabs. In this point, we are equal because we don't know how to make qalqala. And that's why qalqala, a lot of mistakes begin to appear when the sheikhs begin to teach qalqala. In some books, in some Tajweed books, and maybe some teachers, I don't know, but in some Tajweed books, you're going to read that qalqala, it's the qalqala or the letter with the qalqala is following or is affected by the letter which preceded. If the letter preceded has a fatha, so that this letter will have a hint of fatha. If it has dhamma, so the muqalqal letter will have a hint of dhamma. If it has kasra, so it will be affected by the kasra. And others said no, the letter with qalqala is affected by the letter which is following it. Both are wrong. Pay attention kindly. All this book are matter of modernity. Modernity, muhdath. Modernity, that means a new thing which came up, mistake, had no roots, had no basic, and unfortunately it become very well known. So kindly pay attention. This is completely wrong. This is a modernity matter. Modernity, matter means new thing which had no base. No base in the old Tajweed books and in the words of, or the saying of the famous scholars like Ibn al-Jazari, like etc. Okay? So this is not correct. This is not correct. Okay. My dear sister, I would like also to explain a point which is very important. We said that the letters of Qalqalah, they are gathered in the words Kutuba Jad, the Qaf, the Ta, the Ba, the Jim, and the Da. They are five. Those letters, we did explain about them before. Flashback. Remember when? 3 seconds to remember. Exactly. We did explain about them when we explained about the Shadid letter, the strong letters. And we said that the strong letters or the Shadid letters, they are gathered in the words Ajidu, Qatin, Beckett. Remember? And we said that it's very, very, very difficult to keep the articulation point closed because these letters become Shadid or strong because of the closing of the articulation point. And we said it's difficult to keep it like this. It's difficult for the reciter and for the listener. For the reciter, it's difficult, up, only like this. And for the listener, the sound will be inaudible, not easy to distinguish the sound. So they instinctively deal with it. And instinctively means it's by nature, they deal with it. It's not that they said, okay, we have a problem with this. No, this was instinctively. What they make, they deal with those letters in 3 different ways, if you remember. Qutb Jad, in a way, Hamza alone, Kaf and Ta together. Regarding Qutb Jad, we said that they deal with it with Qalqalah. Correct? We said that they deal with it with Qalqalah because we cannot keep the articulation point closed like this. No. So how they deal with it with Qutb Jad? By parting the 2 components of the articulating parts. And this is the opposite. This is the opposite of what they are usually do when they pronounce any second letter. Any second letter, my dear sisters, is emitted by collagen. By collagen. Okay? So they do the opposite. By parting. It is the opposite of collagen. Okay? It's to avoid the problem of keeping that articulation point closed. It's difficult. It's difficult. So this is the idea of Qalqalah. Qalqalah, the Arab make it instinctively to get rid of closing of the articulation point of the letters of words Qutuba Jad. This is simple. The Qalqalah. Let's go, and I would like to share the book of Dr. Ayman Swaid with you so we can read together what's written about Qalqalah. Well, like my dear sister. Clear first. Okay. Well, now we are going to read the applied definition. Applied definition, it means the definition in Tajweed, the applied definition of Qalqalah. It is emitting the letter of Qalqalah when it is sakin. It must be sakin. By parting the 2 components of the articulating parts. Not, pay attention, not accompanied by any hint of a haraka, of a short vowel, out of the three harakat of fatha or dhamma or kasra. Its letters are 5, and they are collected in the words kutuba jid. Okay? Let's go and watch videos of how we articulate qaf and ba and jim. Okay? Let's go. We'll start with the qaf. Can't pay attention towards the qalqala of the qaf. You see, my dear sisters? So, aqa. Try it with me kindly. Aqa. 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 So here how we pronounce the qaf sakina with qalqala. How we pronounce it by parting the two components of the articulating point. What are the two components of the articulating point of qaf? They are, remember the articulation point of qaf. 3 seconds to remember. Yes, it is the back of the tongue or the farthermost part of the tongue with the soft palate. So the qaf, when it is sakina and have qalqala, it's emitted by parting the two components, which are the farthermost part of the tongue or the back of the tongue and the soft palate. Aqqa. Try it with me kindly. Aqqa. Aqqa. Okay? We'll go to the back. It will be the same. Parting the two components, which are the lips. Yes? Kindly watch.
Again, akka.
Repeat again. You see? Ab. Try it with me. Ab. Ab. So it's also parting the two components of the articulating point, which are the lips. Parting. Ab. Without any hint of any haraka. Without parting the jaws. Because if you parting the jaws, my dear sister, you will give it a hint of a fatha or kasra. So parting the two components of the articulating point, parting the two lips without kindly pay attention, parting the two jaws, the jaws. If you parting the jaws, you will give it a hint of fatha or a kasra, because this is how we pronounce or emit the fatha and the kasra. Well, watch the gene. You see? Try it with me kindly. So parting the two components, which are, remember the gene from where it's articulated. Always. That's why I always tell you, study Tajweed well. It's like the map. You will need it from the first page to the end page. You will need everything. Gene from where it's pronounced, my dear sisters. 3 seconds to remember. Yes. Middle part of the tongue with what's parallel to it from the palate. the upper palate. Aj, aj. So I pronounce the jim sakina and with qalqala by parting the middle part of the tongue and the upper palate. Hey, fine. Okay, very well. Now, my dear sisters, I want to make a summary for what I did explain by explaining this schedule. It's here. This is a very good summary for all what we did say. Remember here, this schedule is talking about the difference between the muqalqal, sakin, and the mutaharrik, between the letter with the qalqala and the letter with the sukoon and the letter with any short vowel, which we were just explaining, okay? Okay. This schedule, my dear sisters, kindly pay attention. The middle row here is talking about the letters with qalqala, the letters with qalqala. The upper, this is talking about the letter with a sukoon, second letter. The lower row is talking about the letter with a haraka, with a short vowel, fatha or dhamma or kasra. Okay? And those two rows, the first one is talking about how it is emitted, how it is emitted. And the second, it's talking about its emission is accompanied by. Its emission is accompanied by. We'll start from this one. We'll start from this one, from the letter with the qalqala, because this is our lesson, my dear sisters. When we talk about this letter and we want to make a comparison between it and the second letter and the letter with the haraka, which we did explain, regarding letter with a qalqala and the letter with a haraka or with a short vowel, they are sharing the one point, which is that both are emitted by parting. By parting, the two components of the articulating points. And regarding what's similar between the letter with the qalqala and the letter with the sukoon, it's that their emission is accompanied by nothing. No hint of any haraka or of fatha or dhamma or kasra. I will repeat. Letter with qalqala and letter with any short vowel, they are similar or they are sharing one point, which both are emitted by parting, the two components of the articulating point. Letter with qalqala and the letter with the sukoon are sharing one point, that both their emission is accompanied by no hint of any haraka, no fatha, no dhamma, no kasra. Okay? Excellent. That's why those written by red and those are written in blue. If we want to read the whole schedule, the letter with sukoon is going to be emitted by collision, and its emission is accompanied by nothing, no hint of any haraka. The letter with qalqala, it's emitted by parting, the two components, and its emission is accompanied by nothing also, no hint of any haraka. The letter with a haraka or a short vowel, it's emitted by parting, the two components, and its emission is accompanied by a haraka, a short vowel, fatha or dhamma or kasra. In other words, opening the mouth or lowering the lower jaw or circling lips forwards. Fine? Inshallah, fine, and it's easy. Okay, my dear sister, now we are going to see the difference, how we articulate letter ba. We are going to take letter ba as an example. The difference when we pronounce or we articulate letter ba with a fatha, and letter ba when it has sukoon with qalqala, and letter ba when it has sukoon and no qalqala, and this will happen when it's merged into its similar, like abba, ba into ba. The first one, ba, regarding the ba mutaharrika or the ba with fatha, when I pronounced it we said there is no qalqala, of course, because this is with a short vowel. To apply qalqala, the first condition is to be second. When I pronounce the ba with the fatha, it's going to be emitted by parting the lips and the jaws. Parting the lips because this is how we articulate any letter with a haraka. Parting the jaws to pronounce the fatha. Because the fatha share the natural mad alif, the same articulation point, because we are going to open the mouth vertically. So it's emitted by parting the lips and the jaws, both. While when I'm going to pronounce the ba with the sukun and the qalqala is going to be emitted by parting the lips only, without parting the jaws or circling the lips forward. Because when I pronounce any letter sakin with a qalqala, it will be produced or it will be emitted by parting the two components without any hint of any haraka. So ba with a qalqala and sukun is going to be emitted by parting the lips without parting the jaws. This is what we just explained. We have just explained. Ba with a sukun with no qalqala, and this will happen when the ba is merged or is mudghama. Like wa abba, similar letter, is going to be emitted by collision of the lips. Collision of the lips, normally, because it's second. This is what we explained during our lesson, and this is what's written here in this tab. Let's watch the videos. Let's watch the videos, which is explaining about this, so it will be easier. This video is explained how we pronounce the ba with fatha. We take a fatha as an example of a short vowel. Watch kindly. Ba, try it with me. Ba, ba. So we are the two lips are we are going to part, or it's emitted by parting the two lips and the jaws. The two lips to pronounce the ba with short vowel, and the parting the two jaws to pronounce the fatha. Okay. We are going to watch now the video of how we pronounce ba when it's sakina and have qalqala. It's going to be emitted by what? Parting the lips without parting the jaws. You see, ab, parting the lips only. We didn't part the jaws because this is second and having qalqala. So we are going to part it, the two components of the articulation point, which are the lips. Okay? It's simple as that. Let's watch the last video for today's session, which is pronounce the ba when it is second and without no qalqala, and this will happen when it's merged. You see? So it's emitted by collision, the two components, by collision of the two lips. Because this is sakit and without qalqala, with no qalqala, and this will happen when ba is merged, like wa abba, okay? My dear sisters, would like to stop here. Inshallah, next session, we are going to continue about qalqala. It's not finished yet. We still have to talk about it more, inshallah. So, meet you, inshallah, next Sunday in Tajweed, okay? So, salamullahi alaykum wa rahmatullahi